Hey,
We are live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 2 of the GTS podcast, Gamers Talking Sports. I'm your host, Skyline, and I'm joined by my
This is episode
co-hosts,
2 of the GTS
C
podcast,
and
Gamers
Primal.
Talking Sports.
I'm hearing a
I'm
little
your
bit of
host.
an echo, buddy.
yeah, me too. 1 second.
I'm joined by my co-hosts, C and Primal. What up, fellas?
What up? What up?
What's going on? What's going on?
I, I don't like the way this is starting already. I don't like the title. So we're going to have problems tonight.
Yeah. I saw that game yesterday, man. I had to text my man. Like, yo, what's going on? All this LeBron talk from last week, I didn't let it go. I didn't let it go, man. So we gonna get into it real quick. I didn't like the way I started off the stream last week. It's our first time going live, and I think we kind of rushed through it a little bit. The intro. I want to take a little bit of time tonight to get a little more personal with y'all, man. Find out a bit about y'all backgrounds and gaming history, if we will.
All right. Cool. I'm with it.
Yeah, man. Let me hear from you first, bro. What got you in the game, and what was your first console, and first games you played?
All right. So I'm an old head. So like my first console was actually an Atari. I actually played Atari. I had a Snoopy game that he used to fly on the house and was shooting it like a plane. Like it was like one of that, yeah.
Red Baron.
That
was in
game.
the Red Baron or something like that.
Yeah, yep. I had that. I think I had a lot of consoles when I really think about my gaming history. I had TurboGrafx 16. I used to play Bonk Adventures. I played Slaughterhouse. I played those games. I played the first Street Fighter. I played that in the arcade actually. And Street Fighter 2, I remember vividly playing Street Fighter 2 in the arcade in a laundromat. But I forgot where I was. I can't remember if I was in like Far Rockaway. I was in East New York. But I used to play that game, like get my quarters in and then and get washed. And but I remember that game. And then finally when it hit I think it was Super Nintendo was like the system. Because I had Nintendo, everybody had Nintendo. Like if you didn't have Nintendo, like I something was wrong with you. Like you had Nintendo. So but where Super Nintendo came out, it was like that game $65. I remember Linden Plaza getting that joint. So fast forward, I got into every other gaming system. Dreamcast, you put me onto Dreamcast. We had the Sega Saturn. But I fell in love with fighting games through and through. Fighting games to my core. Like I don't know what it is about them. The thrill of the victory, the agony of defeat, for real. Like there's just never the rush, the coordination that it takes. Learning about space and people's tendencies, shit like that. So that's why I'm
Tell
at
me
with
something,
it.
man. You said you had a TurboGrafx 16. That was kind of expensive back in the days.
Yeah, that's weekend dad life. That's when your father had to see you try to buy gifts because he ain't live with you and shit. So it was kind of one of those. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like what was on the table, what was on the menu, it was like, that, and it was just like that was hard to get. And I also had access like people who had games. Like I was around gamers too, like guys who like had systems. So if I didn't have a system, I had access to one. So
right. Because that's how it was back in the days, man. Not a lot of people had multiple consoles. It was like if you had a Nintendo, your boy had a Genesis, and that's how you guys shared gaming, right? Because that's how it was.
Yeah, that's how it was.
The households back then, we weren't rocking multiple systems.
No,
it was like you either had one or the other, right?
Yeah, you got
what about you, Primal? What got you in the gaming, buddy?
Man, first console was ColecoVision.
I don't even know. I heard about that.
Yeah. So that was the first console. Now, the reason was just what you said. Like you didn't have multiple consoles, and my man across the street, Lee Coleman, he had the Atari. So I remember over there playing Pong and Pac-Man when Pac-Man first came out. Dang 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 dang. And
yep.
So I remember that that Christmas, man. My mom
The
busted
AI on that
down.
game was serious, yo.
Oh yeah, it was
Top notch
crazy.
AI,
Yeah,
son.
it was
Yep.
crazy, man. Undefeated, bro. Undefeated.
Yeah,
Spent
to this
hours,
day. To
hours
this
to them
day.
dots. Yeah, it was nuts, man. First game on ColecoVision was Donkey Kong though, and
Mm.
yeah, hours, man. Just trying to beat up on the gorilla, and after that, I really didn't game much. Um, I was in the playing baseball and football, and then when it was Madden, when Madden came out, then it was on and popping. Especially when it hit PlayStation, it was over. I was gaming. Then when it came out online, you could challenge people from across the world. I was all in.
Hmm.
So
Yep.
got my ranking up. Probably the highest I got was 11 back in the day. So I could go pretty hard. And but my favorite game ever was NCAA college basketball. I think it was '95,
Mm.
Mm.
uh, and it was the live version. I used to rock out on that game, man, with UCLA. Oh my God, I used to love
Who
that
was on
game.
that squad?
The
Mm.
O'Bannon brothers, man, the O'Bannon brothers, Charles and Ed O'Bannon. We used to rock
Wow.
with Toby Bailey, man. We used to rock hard on that game, bro. So,
Mm.
yeah, that was mine. What's up with you, Link?
That's interesting, man. Me, I think the first console I ever played was a Atari 2600. My neighbor had one. I got into gaming in the arcades back home in Jamaica. It was slot machines and a little maybe a Pac-Man machine and a couple other, Frogger, if you remember that.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I asked my mom for a Nintendo, and that was my first console ever. After that, I got a Genesis, got a Sega Saturn, then a Dreamcast, and so on and so forth. So I got hooked. The gaming its hook into me really early, man. That's how I passed my time being on the streets, running around and gaming too. So it's like I was never big in school. I hated school. I always wanted to just play games, man. And when I got around gamers, man, I came alive. So I've been into it ever since, bro. I've had damn near every console that came out since I was able to afford it. Except Nintendo. I don't really rock with Nintendos, man. But yeah, just rocking out with the homies, man. That's what it was all about. It kept us out of trouble.
So you never did the
And
Wii?
it kept us connected.
Yeah, exactly. What did you say, Prime?
You never did the Wii?
Just for the kid. Nah,
Okay.
I was never once I became Team Sega, I was done with Nintendo. Like seriously, forever. I was done. I was done with Nintendo, man.
Loyalty
That it's
over
something
money.
about that Genesis and then that Sega Saturn. Oh my god, that Sega Saturn. That Sega Saturn when it came to fighting games, that Saturn was everything. It didn't do 3D well, but those 2D fighters, that's what we spent hours on those, man.
Mm.
But yeah, another time I gotta get y'all. I'm gonna give y'all some time to prepare. Y'all gotta get y'all top 5 games of all time together, or your favorite
Oui.
console. Take some time to think about it, and
Okay.
one day we
Okay.
might discuss that.
Yeah,
I'm really
I like
excited to
that.
get into this topic here tonight, man, because after watching that game yesterday, a lot of thoughts came to mind about Kevin Durant. I hear this best player on the planet talk, and mind you, I'm a KD fan, but there's a certain someone that made me start hating this dude, calling him the Reaper all the damn time.
It's the Reaper, man. Come on, man. And the man is respects.
This Slim Reaper. Now I give him his respect, dog, but this best player on the planet talk. I think that's a little bit premature. Now he had a
I
perfect
don't think so.
opportunity yesterday to put the team on his back and come off with a victory against
man.
yeah. He couldn't do it. What happened? I mean, a lot. LeBron would have been eviscerated had he lost that game. He's not in the playoffs. I hate to bring him up, but I felt like KD should have brought that game home yesterday. Ain't no reason for them to get blown out.
KD should have brought the game home. We're gonna talk basketball. We're gonna talk fantasy, man.
No, we talking basketball, brother.
You talking?
I don't understand how he gets a pass.
All right, so you have a deep heritage in the city of New York, famous for basketball, especially playground basketball. The Rucker. Mm-hmm. Give me the man that could go 1-on-5. Where he didn't need teammates to execute. Tell me the man. Because I can give you guys like Earl Manigault who couldn't do it. I can give you guys like Kareem who couldn't do it. You need other guys to step up and play, man. They need to make shots. Tell them to make one shot. One shot. Just make one shot.
I saw this play out.
Rhythm.
I saw this play out in the first round. It happened to one LeBron James, didn't it?
Come on, man.
So what are your expectations for KD next game? Now it's already ruled out Harden and Kyrie. It's him by himself now.
Now, before we talk about this game, I want to hear your thoughts about yesterday, bro. What do you think? Did you watch the game? Were you able to see it?
Yeah.
Can we do this, man? Do this. Can we start with the coach, not KD? Let's start with the coach. Let's break down the team of the Nets. Not just KD. It's not just KD out. He can't beat 5 people. I guarantee you that. I don't care what 5 you put out there. He can't beat 5 people. He can't do it alone. Neither can LeBron. Neither could Jordan. Neither could Magic. And you go on and on and on. You want to do Bird. You want to do Kareem. You can keep going. Neither could Oscar.
All right.
All great players.
So here's my thing. I think we're doing a disservice to the Milwaukee Bucks here. I think the whole conversations about KD is unfair. When Giannis played very well, changed his game, moved without the ball better, got in position to make better, stopped doing what's out of his range, literally out of his range, and simplified the game for himself. And then when Kyrie went down, they were already up. And it was just like they did what they were supposed to do. They smelled blood in the water and they attacked. They were confident. My man Drew Holiday hit him with the nutmeg, bro. Like, ain't that you could do about that at this point, son? So I feel like to say, oh, KD should have took over the game, it's like, nah, dude, them other guys get paid too. And them dudes are professional basketball players. Like, it's not like KD is a god of the game, but them dudes get paid. Like, what are we talking about here?
Oh no, I agree. I agree with that.
So
I'm just being petty. I'm behaving myself because we're on this podcast right now. Because if it was in a different setting, I'd be going ham because all I hear about is LeBron James all the time. Like, dude, this dude, I don't know where KCP's at. You hear the news about Kyle Kuzma. They're getting ready to ship him off. Who else? I mean, no one could make a shot on that Lakers squad. But I hear about LeBron James. It was never like, all right,
but they rock.
This dude don't have no help.
Not for nothing, but not for nothing. Those guys were brought in for help, right? So it's kind of like those guys are supposed to be good enough. So those guys let him down. He can't say he ain't had nobody. He had
no. I think that's a bad take, man. It's the same thing with the damn Nets. It's the same thing. He has a 3-point shooting champion on that team.
They didn't make a shot.
Joe Harris.
They couldn't make a wide open shot. They were doubling. They were doubling with his man, and he couldn't make a shot. Is that KD's fault? You want him to shoot it for him too?
Man, like Schroeder turned down an $80 million deal. Like, you got an $80 million point guard potentially. That's what he was supposed to be. You got him in for you. Kyle Kuzma wants to be 6th man of the year, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have people there. Who you had didn't even, was it Montrezl Harrell on that squad? And you ain't give him no type of minutes. And that man recently won 6th man of the year.
Correct.
Like, what are we talking about here? So, like, that's the coach thing too.
And before the season started, Skyline, please tell our audience what you said about the Lakers and their depth. As you named these people.
I like it.
And now all of a sudden you don't like it.
Yeah,
no,
right. Now
I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm saying, why is the narrative skewed towards negativity when it comes towards LeBron, but with KD, he gets a pass, dude. This guy's not hitting shots and whatnot. It's the same situation we saw play out with LeBron in one round earlier with LeBron James.
Who has more depth? Who has more depth? The Lakers.
I don't care about depth. You play 5 minutes.
Now we don't care about
depth.
No. You played 5 minutes on the floor. If you give LeBron James or Joe Harris,
pick the right lineup. Depth is lineup versatility. That's what depth.
No, I just think I think it exposes a certain aspect of what's happening here. Like LeBron, look, KD is an awesome player. We know this offensively, but LeBron James, what he brings to the table, he can do more. Is facilitating, and he can score. He can give you 25 plus, and he's going to get his other guys involved. Now, maybe KD comes out with a different game plan to facilitate and score tomorrow night, but he's going to have to take on that burden because there ain't going to be no Kyrie. I mean, we've seen LeBron do it with the 2018 Cavaliers. That roster had no business. I don't care if it was the Eastern Conference being in the finals. It's just jarring to me the difference in. Here's why. Here's why I think this happens, and I think is very, very primitive. So hear me out. I think it's just optics. I think optically we love Kevin Durant's game. So whether or not like how he scores his 30 points as opposed to how LeBron gets his is almost frustrating because when LeBron scores 30, you look at him as though you could score 60. Yet with Kevin Durant, it's like, oh my God, look how efficient he is dropping 30 points. It's just something optically about LeBron's game that I think rubs people the wrong way. So it's almost like he can be dominant, yet he chooses not to. So during crunch time, you don't understand the decisions that he makes. As opposed to KD, he comes to the line, right to the elbow, rises up to the occasion. You know what I mean? Like something about that is just way different than the way LeBron gets his stuff. So I think it's optically, we have a problem with the way LeBron plays the game. So it's weird. It's weird. I don't know, man. I whenever that man steps on the floor, I see greatness. I expect greatness. The world expects greatness, and that's why they're so hard on him. Like, look.
So no, look, bro. But even still, look at all right. So let me cut you. Look at his last game he played where he got eliminated. Man took 19 shots. That's nowhere near enough, bro. If you're trying to not be eliminated, like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you?
No, but they were hurt. That team was decimated by injuries going in. So I don't want to hear if the Nets get eliminated. I don't want to hear nothing about injuries.
Decimated.
They were decimated by injuries. They were back. They limped into the playoffs, literally, and they limped out of the playoffs.
What's the decimation? Who's decimated? Anthony Davis.
Everybody was hurt in and out of the lineup coming in there. Everybody. KD. I mean AD, LeBron, Schroeder, Kuzma, KCP. KCP missed the game in the playoffs. Everybody they were in and out of the lineup the entire year, going down the stretch.
How about this? Beginning of the year, when they put that roster together, we had a conversation. I told you those guys weren't good enough considering the stage of their careers that they were in. I told you they weren't good enough.
No, I disagree, bro. I disagree. You give me that roster fully healthy, bro. That roster has enough.
Gasol showed you he didn't have anything left.
Andre Drummond, same thing. Andre Drummond wasn't a good fit.
Nothing left. He doesn't.
The only person that everybody was right about was Gasol, but that's all they could sign because that's all that was available.
Kuzma,
that's why they got Drummond. I disagree, bro. That roster
ready.
No, well, Kuzma, even without Kuzma,
you ain't got nothing about Kuzma.
Listen to me. Even with Kuzma, that fully healthy, that roster is good enough to win a championship. That roster with 80, because of their size and everything, 100% healthy, that roster can win a championship. You don't have to play Gasol in the playoffs. That roster, fully healthy, is good enough to win a championship, bro. You give me a healthy AD and a healthy Bron, they beat the Suns, bro.
I'm going to need you to tell me when AD has been fully healthy.
It. All right, so now we're going into semantics, bro,
It's
because
not
they won a chip
semantic.
last year. Yes, it
Yeah,
is because
you're saying for,
I can say
they went into a bubble last year, which
I
was
don't.
his
All right,
best
no, I
opportunity.
can't use that as an excuse, bro. I can't
Oh
use no
my!
bubble
AD,
or anything.
AD,
I can't
AD's
use a
not that
bubble
dude,
because
bro.
everybody else was in there, bro. Everybody else
AD's
was in
not
there
that
because
dude.
if the Lakers don't win a championship, we ain't talking about nothing about no bubble. So I cannot
Street
use that as an
clothes.
excuse. Yeah,
Ain't no champion. It
Street
was a
clothes.
tournament, man. They won a tournament. All
whatever
right?
you call it,
It
whatever
was
you
a
call it.
tournament. Ain't no
Street
championship. They
Yeah,
won a
clothes.
whatever you
tournament,
call
man. It
it,
was
a
an
bubble.
AAU tournament. That's exactly what it was.
Hey, bro,
They played it
whoever.
at Disney where the AAU championships happened. It was an AAU tournament and they won it. Good for them.
Look, I'm this Slim Reaper is not coming off the hook.
Mm,
We're gonna see what he do tomorrow night because
mm.
yesterday was a perfect opportunity for him to go into the zone and win that game, bro.
Right, like because he's not playing
Yeah.
against one of the MVPs in the league. Like you can't just say like he can't just do that, bro. Like what are we talking about? It's not
Oh
on the hook now. Not
I
tonight.
mean, all
Like
right.
come
So it
tomorrow
goes into
night.
this other conversation. Can he win without stars?
Can he win? Who has one without stars? Give me one.
No. Hey, look, that's
Give
the
me one.
conversation. That's the narrative
Okay,
nowadays,
hold
right?
on.
Everybody's
Like,
teaming up. The old guys are jealous. The older
man,
players are jealous because they
let's
didn't do it.
let's go
Everybody's
back.
teaming up
Okay,
nowadays.
so
Let's go
Can he
back to
win
the
without a
sixth.
star?
Lincoln.
all right,
Let's
so
go back to the
listen.
60s. Cousy, Bill Russell. Let's go to the 70s.
Julius Irvin.
Moses Malone. Let's go. Let's keep going. The Spurs. Duncan Robinson. Ginobili. I mean, tell me who won without stars? Who did it? Who did it? It hasn't. It's
Oh, I'm
NBA
not. You
basketball.
asking me, bro?
They're NBA players. They're supposed to be good. Like they're supposed to be good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's
so
a
why
make 'em miss league,
are
right?
you trying to command this one man to do something that nobody else has done?
All right, so
Excuse
here's
me?
what I would
That
think.
doesn't stop him from being the best player on the planet.
Here's what I would think. I give him a pass for this past game because I looked at how the momentum for Milwaukee was just more than he could bear. This
Right.
game coming up, knowing that he's playing by himself,
Right.
I give him no pass because the coaches and the players have enough time to make adjustments.
He smiles
Have
because
enough
he's
time
right.
to come up with. So that's my thing. I don't give him a pass for. I'd give him a pass for this previous game. This coming game though, he can't get a pass. He knows what's coming. The onslaught's here. The dudes are at the door. The White Walkers are here. The Night King got his arms up, bro. Like, so now you know what's up. So now we're gonna see how he responds. Then we can test his mettle and call him the greatest, or he's not the greatest.
What year
Drop
was it?
50.
Was it
Drop
2013 or 14 where Westbrook got hurt and he had to play by himself with
he got
Thunder without
smoked.
Westbrook?
Got smoked.
Yeah. So, dude, I have history on my side here. Primal.
If he drops
Like,
50 and
yeah.
he loses, what does that say?
So wait, Primal. I'm sorry. I heard you say your teammates are supposed to help you, right?
Yeah. That's what
Okay.
they're there for.
So
They put
LeBron
five
didn't get
on
no
the
help.
Look, Skyline. This is what we know. No one thought the Lakers were going to win anything when AD went down. No one thought the Lakers were going to win anything when LeBron rolled his ankle and didn't come back for 3 weeks. Like they were out of the picture. They were never even a thought, man. The thought was, are they going to be in the play-in game? Because
Right.
the
Don't you
league
think that
needs
exposed
them
the team
in-
though? That exposed the team?
Yeah, yes.
Because as deep as they were, they turned out to be not as talented as we thought.
Yeah,
But you can't. But you can't.
exposed
There's
the
no
team.
team in this league that's going to survive without their top guns. None.
Are you forgetting the Nuggets lost Jamal Murray?
No. AD and LeBron were out at the same time. I think LeBron missed about 6 weeks, right? AD was out since February. So no team is going to survive
Joker,
without their
man,
top,
the
their
Joker,
two
when
best
Jamal
players.
Murray went down, I think Denver was in second in the West or third, and they maintained that, man. They dropped to
Look,
fourth.
man, I'm just saying. Look, LeBron, we know what he is now. The man is at the back nine of his career.
No, let's say
He needed AD. Yeah, he needed AD. He can't do anything without AD. Plus, he's on the gimp. So I'm looking at a Kevin Durant. Why is LeBron, as great as he is, not afforded the same kind of narrative that we give to KD?
He
And
actually
mind
got.
you, KD is a
No,
villain too.
wait a
I
minute,
just don't
man.
understand.
Hold on. What
Like the
LeBron is
hate.
old.
It
LeBron,
turns. No, it's really
always
hate,
gets the
bro. For
benefit of
LeBron,
the.
it's hate.
It's
It's
not
hate,
hate.
bro.
He
Yes, it
got the
is.
benefit of the doubt. No one expected them to win anything. Anything. I didn't. I didn't.
LeBron is
And we
old.
ain't talking about Skip Bayless because we know what he is.
I don't.
I'm just talking about the
Don't
hate
even
and the
mention
disrespect for
that.
LeBron. And this
I
man is a
don't mention
top 5
Skip
player of
Bayless.
all time. This is what I can't understand.
All right, we good. We done with LeBron. We done with KD. We good.
Top
We're good.
5 all time.
We're
Debatable.
good. I think we devoted a lot of time to
Debatable.
It's all good. It's all good. It's
We
all
gonna
good.
see what he does for the rest of the series
Jabber,
because
Jordan, Magic.
his legacy, for at least for me, the way he's propped up, man, it's gonna take a hit if he lose. And it's no discredit to the Bucks here
Shaq,
because
Kobe.
I expected a good series.
All discredit to the Bucks. All discredit to the Bucks.
No
He's
discredit to the Bucks because especially after the way you saw the way the Bucks lost game 2. You saw the way the Bucks lost game 2.
Yep.
The way they lost game 2 was ridiculous. That game 3 they played was a slugfest. They came out, they were up by 21. They scored 3 points in the first 8 minutes.
That's
of
the game. That's the game right there.
Yeah,
like that game is the game that the Nets should have had. That's the
Right.
game that they really regret losing. Not this past one.
Right.
That one there. That was terrible.
That game was ridiculous.
86 points, bro.
Yeah, that game.
Normally bad basketball is ugly, but that game was it was finger biting.
Unwatchable.
Nail biting.
Unwatchable. Yeah, unwatchable.
It was crazy. So I'm not disrespecting the Bucks at all, man. It's just about the narrative out here. Somebody has to defend LeBron, and it might as well be me, man.
No, they don't. Yeah. LeBron ain't got nothing to defend.
He gets way too much disrespect, man. Way too much.
Oh my God, he earned it. He earned it. He earned the disrespect too.
No, he hasn't because everyone has lost at some point in their career. I don't care about this team up crap. What it boils down to is what you are on the basketball court, and what he is on that basketball court is God level, bro. Top 5 all time to ever step on the basketball court.
I agree.
That is what the conversation should be.
Jabber,
fuck all the other bullshit off the court.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But we've seen.
Yeah,
listen, I agree, but he doesn't have the resume to me that's no better or worse than people before him too. Like,
what do you mean? Who is he? You talking about LeBron?
LeBron. Like, I think now, like, he's in the room now, but I don't rate him on some, like I used to. I used to rate him in that regard. This past year, I just kind of look. As a matter of fact, the last 3 years, the Laker years actually, is where I kind of diminished him a little bit in my book because I looked at him and just said, "All right, you're great, but you're almost you do move around to get to and try to manufacture, your spot and competition and things of such nature. Like, you manipulate the market a little too much competitively. Like, as a person, you already know LeBron is A1 for me. Like, as a man, like, he's A1. I'm just talking strictly basketball context here. The way he maneuvered through the
conversation should be.
Yeah, so but the way he maneuvered through the league, to me, affects his legacy. And then we're looking at 4 rings. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm cool with that. Like, I'm all right. Like, you're good. The way you even won the last one, like, I'm all right though, bro. Like, none
of that means anything to me. At the end of the day, when you're done playing, is what did you do when you stepped on the basketball court? Moving around, asserting your power, doing what you have to do, manipulating, if you will, making your money, doing what you got to do. You're a businessman. That's what you're supposed to do. What are you when it's all said and done? Who's lacing them up?
Better than Jordan.
Who can fuck
Not
with
better
you
than Jordan.
When you,
That's
no. You don't have to be. You don't have to be better than Jordan. But what are you when you're said and done? Because
he does.
What are we? No, I mean, he has to aspire to something. If in his mind he feels like he's better, more power to him. You're supposed to think that way. That's what make guys great. That's what give them the edge above everybody else. What are you when it's said and done? What is your legacy? and his legacy is gonna be top 5 player to ever do it, bro. Top 5. You don't have to be better than Jordan, bro.
True.
What are you gonna be? And at his position, small forward, the best to ever do it.
The best.
Yeah,
he's the best small forward.
So, dude, the man, like, there's people out here that literally just shit on that, and that's what I don't understand. It's kind of like when we're debating T.O. for the Hall of Fame. The media, all this extra shit, keeping the man out for 2 years. That was wrong. What was he? What is T.O.? Top 3 receiver all time, right? That's what it should have been about, and that's my thing with LeBron. There's too many agendas when we discuss him.
Yeah, ain't no agenda, man.
Yeah,
get him at you can get him at his props without downplaying the significance of KD and his talent. Man, it's
no.
Like you have to.
The KD things come just out of pettiness, bro.
Somebody
comes out of pettiness because LeBron becomes pettiness.
Somebody has to be the best right now, right?
I agree.
Give me somebody better than KD.
At the moment, I can't think of anyone.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. I've never tried to put the two against each other. I'm just saying for the last 5 to 7 years, let's take out KD's injury when he got hurt. He was the best player in the league with LeBron in the league, bro. And then he came back from injury, and he I would say I can't say he didn't miss a beat because on the defensive side of the ball, he's changed. He's changed a lot. He doesn't move as well, but offensively, his arsenal is phenomenal. Like it's unmatched.
Yeah, it's doable. It's kind of like when Kobe and LeBron was playing concurrently. At one point, they were still calling Kobe the best player on the planet. He wasn't. It was LeBron. I get it, but I'm just talking about the narrative, bro. Let's keep it about what it is on the court and not the personal stuff, man. The LeBron hate, it gets petty.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it just gets a little bit too petty. But I want to talk about somebody else, because if we're gonna stay on the basketball for a little bit.
Yeah.
How does X feel about Chris Paul right now, man? I know anybody that's listening doesn't know who X is, but how is he? How is it hurting him his soul right now?
How am I coming through? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you clear?
Yeah, I hear you, bro.
You clear?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, he can't hear us.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Maybe I can hear you. How about now?
Yes, sir. We've been hearing you. What happened?
Can't hear them.
Yo, Primo, man, talk to me about CP3.
What's going on?
CP3 top. He's got to be top 3 point guards to ever do it.
Top 3?
Top 3. Yeah, top 3, man. I gotta give it. I give Magic, Oscar, and it's got to be CP3.
Wow.
For me.
Wow.
And that's you talk about a dude that he just wins, man. He wins. Like he finds different ways to win. Whatever your team needs, he finds a way to do it. Like we need to get a bucket. He's gonna score it himself. He's gonna get to the free throw line, or he's gonna dish it. You can't ask more than that. I think he's better. He's better than Jason Kidd because he's a way better defender than Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd was lazy on defense, in my opinion, for his size and his maneuverability and the skill set that he had. Yeah, we got you. See? You good?
Thank you, brother. Yep. Sorry about that, brother.
All right, you good? So yeah, I'm for what this cat has done. Like I knew when Phoenix went through the bubble last year, man, that team was coming. What they've done now,
next level.
Yeah, it's
next level.
I'm telling you, whoever they face next, better watch out. They have a lot.
I'm really surprised by that, man. Top 3. I've liked him for a long time, man. The term I used was snake bitten. He's always been snake bitten in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Every time he gets on a good team, he gets hurt. Either it's a hamstring or something else goes wrong. He's 36 years old right now. 36.
Balling.
Yeah.
And
Balling.
yeah, he changed his diet a couple years ago. He said his workout routine and everything, and it's showing obviously. But I've always liked him. See, I was asking you before you we had some technical difficulties there. Is X sick about CP3 right now?
Yeah, definitely sick. I troll him all the time about it. Like the man really like had a made a case like CP3 was like this bum, and I'm like, you can't do that, man. Like the man's done too much. I like the guy, and he had like a whole thing. Him and Darren Williams. He had Darren Williams above CP3, and I'm like,
That's
look at
ridiculous. That has
look
always
at
been
Darren Williams
ridiculous.
now,
That's
son.
hate.
Like, come on. Only
That's
because they
just
had a good
hate, bro.
head-to-head matchup. Like Darren Williams had a good head-to-head matchup against him. So
Right.
he had him better.
Hate.
And I'm like, yo, he's nowhere close. I've watched Darren Williams play up close. Like I've worked the Barclays Centers. Like I've watched games. You get what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Right.
Like I've done. Like it's like he's not that dude. Like I watched the man after a loss walk out like it was just another days of work. Like it was just crazy to me. Like he took no effort into his job at all. At least not that I saw on that day, to be fair. It's just like, man,
Yeah, he
crazy.
ain't show a lot of passion, man. I love
No,
it.
Yeah.
not at all.
I
Not at
like
all.
I like Devin Booker for a while now. 2 years ago,
Love him.
he upped his average to my threshold. Once you hit 25 points per game, you're elite. As far as your average, if you can average 25 or better per game for a season, you're an elite player. So he reached that 2 seasons ago. He is just playing in Phoenix, that market. No one's talking about him. Jason Tatum comes into the league, light skin killer. And he's playing in Boston, and he's getting pushed more than a Devin Booker now. Jason Tatum is showing me what I'm looking for. I believe he's a star
Bigger
now.
market, bigger market.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The market has something to do with why no one was talking about Devin Booker. But this man he's been doing what he's doing now in the playoffs for a while.
Now let's be clear now. If Jamal Murray is playing in that series, it's totally different.
Yeah, but I still think Phoenix wins. I still think they win.
I just
Murray is a killer. He's a killer.
Yeah, but the guy that's surprising me on the Suns is Mikal Bridges. Like he's so consistent in hitting open shots.
Yes.
But
they embrace what they are.
But he's
and shout out to Monty Williams, who I forgot wife died.
Oh yeah,
was a year or two
crazy.
ago.
All the success right now. Yeah. Now look at him, bro. Like now look at him.
Monty, he should have had a coaching job a long time ago, man. He should have been.
Look, he got this team believe.
Yeah, and really, honestly, he probably should have had that Knicks job, for real.
Man.
Yeah,
we should have had Booker too. There was a even swap. Porzingis for Booker.
Bruh,
look at that.
Let's not go through the Knicks series of horrible draft picks through the years.
We can move. Let's move on.
Yeah, man. Shout out to CP3, man. I love what he's doing. I hope they go on to win the whole thing, man. It would be nice to see this guy get a ring.
What year they take? What was the name? Blackman.
Oh, Atlanta won.
Was it fine?
Julius Blackman was.
Nah, what was it? They took a dude. I think he was from St. John's.
Who did?
Was it Black New York? The Knicks. Isaiah.
Oh, I can't remember.
They took him in the first round.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it was Justin Blackman. It was like a Justin Blackman or Julius Blackman. I do remember. It's like a dark skinned dude with dreads, right? I remember.
He was in the first round.
He was a bum.
All he did was rebound in college, and he wasn't even good at that. Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah. He didn't even have the size. He was undersized.
He was like
he was
6'5".
He was like a bad version of. You know who was better than him? Fareed. Like that. He was. Yeah, he was way better than him. Yeah. I'd have took him a day. Like I would have took him over him any day.
Yeah.
Kenneth Fareed. Shout out to Kenneth Fareed.
Bro. Like high energy guy, high effort guy. I enjoyed him.
You need those guys, man. You need a Oakley.
Shout out to PJ Tucker.
Hey man, all honesty, PJ just out there fouling, bro. Shout out to PJ. He hit some shots yesterday, but flat out, PJ out there playing football, man. He ain't playing basketball. I don't know what basketball. I don't know, but PJ ain't playing basketball, man. Anytime you are guarding with your chest, you out there offensive lineman blocking, bruh. This dude is, yeah. I'm not with it, man.
PJ
That's not.
Tucker is good at what he does, man.
Hey, that's for 90s, 80s
Yeah,
basketball. That's great.
yeah,
That should not be
yeah.
allowed in today's basketball game. They don't allow it in the regular season. You shouldn't allow it now. You can't guard nobody with your chest out like this, like you got 36 double D's, bruh. That ain't
Oh
how it's done.
my God.
That ain't how
Look,
it's
I'm
done.
slow tonight. Like, can we talk about the Clippers for a little bit? They are annoying me right now. Why won't they go away?
Because they're gonna mess around and meet Phoenix in the Western Conference Finals.
You mean they gonna beat Phoenix? So they're gonna get past
Yeah,
Utah?
yeah,
Man,
yeah,
Kawhi's a
yeah. I
monster.
promise. Yeah, they are. They are. That team will not die, bro. That team is right now. This is what they're going call going through the fire right now. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they make it to the finals. It's not a surprise. I
How
would
much
not
is
be.
this gonna take out of them to come back from
But
2-0-2 deficits in
I'm
two series in a
I'm
row?
telling you, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like this is called. They're gonna be war ready by the time they get to the finals, bro. War ready, bro. Like you're not supposed to do what they did in Dallas, and you're not supposed to do what they're doing now against a team that's, frankly, like has a better system, runs a better system. Like Clippers have the better players, Jazz have the better system, man. And so with the way they move, and Spider is a killer. But if Spider gets hurt, like he got nicked up just now, and then
Yeah.
I think they found gold in what they were doing. They trap him late. They double team him really, really late. Like they allow him to dribble into his rhythm, and right at the point where he's deciding whether or not to shoot or drive, they trap him and he has to dish the ball out. And I've seen them do it consecutively, and it seems to be working. So hopefully the Jazz make adjustments, but I think the Clippers, they're doing a damn thing, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
They're up. They're out to a 6-2 lead right now in this game. I hope Utah can finish it off and go up 3-1, man. I'm tired of this team.
And that
I'm
was
tired
without
of the
Marquise
Clippers.
Morris playing what Marquise Morris playing well. That was without. They won 132 to 106 or whatever.
You got to give it to Clippers, man. And Kawhi's that dude. There
He
needs to be
is.
more,
He is.
because he's so quiet, man, and he doesn't do all the commercials, and he's not the face of the NBA. He doesn't get enough credit. I mean, you can
He
be
nice,
talking
bro.
about
I ain't
him
gonna
as
lie.
top five,
He
all
gets
time,
enough
bro.
credit.
all time top five.
Because he got 2 rings with the Spurs and he got 1 with the Raptors. If he fuck around
No.
and
He
win
got
on
one
some
with the
shit
Spurs.
now,
He got one with the Spurs.
only 1. Also,
Mhm.
he got 2 rings then. So he got Spurs.
Yeah,
and
he
Raptors.
got 2. Yeah, he got one with the Spurs, one with the Raptors.
2 Finals
Right.
MVPs.
Yeah. So, see that under the belt too, bro. Like if he wins the 3rd here, you gotta give it respect, bro. Like he gotta get up there, and he could
no,
play. Like we really watched that man drop 45 points. Like we really watched him hit consecutive buckets. Like whap, whap, whap. I'm like, yo, like this
Yeah.
guy's going off right now. Like it was some unreal shit. He did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
we know what they are, man. They're very good. I'm just annoyed by them. Like they keep going down 2-0-2, clawing their way back, man. This is ridiculous. Like go
and
away.
it
Yeah,
looks like Paul George has found his rhythm. He coming out hitting
George
buckets right now.
Paul.
George Paul.
Right.
Yeah, you guys say it
Out
right,
here
bro.
hitting buckets.
George Paul forever.
But yeah, man. But shout outs to them.
You look
Very annoying, bro.
It's been a long day for you, huh?
Who? Me?
You, yeah.
Oh man, nah. I'm toasty. So it's like it's a little
Okay, you've been saucy. Yeah, man.
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm chilling.
That's always good, bro. That's always good.
Mhm. That's all it is. No more, no less. No more, no less.
All right, man. Before we get off the basketball, one last thought. Any thought on that Philly Atlanta series? Because I'm surprised. I didn't think Atlanta would make it this far. I thought New York would beat them in the first round. I was very surprised about what happened in that series, and yeah, they go. They won tonight against Philly.
Mhm.
You guys, any
I s-
thoughts on that?
I still
Atlanta?
think Atlanta, good job by them. I still think they're playing a little over their head. I don't think they're that talented, especially down low. Like Capella is limited. But Trae Young is the real deal. he has a mama stone. Like he's for real. And as
Mm.
long as you protect him and you build around him, like I think that play. Oh well, we got to see Nate McMillan if his system really lasts because he does come with a shelf life too. So I ain't gonna front. So I'll hold off on all of that. Maybe Trey can save him his job, but Trey could end up being Oladipo again. So we don't know. So we'll see how it goes.
Right, right.
All right.
Yeah,
So we'll
speaking
see
of
how it
falling
goes.
off a cliff, man.
Right.
Sheesh,
Injuries, bro. Injuries. That dude is
bro.
bad.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the Chris Paul snake bitten thing, man. That dude just keep getting, and his injuries end up being like the
Yeah.
debilitating kind, tearing tendons off the bone,
Mm-hmm.
um, tearing ligaments here and there. It's like, damn, bro. Like when you get hurt, you get fucked up, don't you?
Yeah, it's and cost him his explosiveness, man. That was
Yeah,
his game. Like, if you're not explosive, you're just a rec ball player, man.
yeah, man. Tendons ripping off the bones. That's never good. Um, yeah, man. So Primal, I know C saw it. Have you watched Loki?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, oh yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah.
man. Talk
I watched
about
it
it.
that night. Man. Man, I always found Loki is an interesting character, man, because he has a couple qualities. Like American society, like you can be so, you know, ruthless on one point, and
Mm-hmm.
then be the most caring individual on the face of the planet in like the next moment. So his character is intriguing to me. So I always rock with Loki, man. And I thought it was a pivotal point in Endgame. When he got the business from Thanos, he was trying to help out, and he ended
Right.
up getting that jab, man. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm hopeful of the series. I like the way it started out, though. I feel it.
Yeah, I personally I was impressed. I thought it felt movie like it did not feel like a
Yeah,
TV show like how Falcon and Winter Soldier and
yeah.
even WandaVision felt like a TV show. Like this felt like a movie. Like it had the heaviness of a movie for me. I enjoyed is it Tom, what the hell is his
Tom
name?
Holland. Tom Holland.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Tom Holland
Nah,
is
Tom Holland,
Spider-Man.
Spider Man.
Tom Middleton. I think his name is Middleton. Yeah, Tom Middleton. The way he
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. The
yeah,
Loki character.
the
I'm
way he
tripping. Yeah,
projects, yeah, the way he projects, like he makes these vulnerable mannerisms that like you gravitate to Loki. He makes him lovable, but at the same time, like Primal said, there's a ruthlessness to him. Like he has a nice duality about him that really makes him like the god of mischief because you have to be trustworthy in order to be mischievous, right? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's kind of
Yeah, he creep
it's
right
a
up beside you, man. Like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah. So I like the whole concept of the whole concept behind the world, like the time variant authority. Like they just make sure like whatever happens is supposed to happen, and those things that don't branch off. Like, but even terminology, like those things that branch off are called the nexus, and then Wanda is called a nexus being. So is
yeah.
she something that can affect the timeline? Like, is she something that lives outside of
elaborate on
time
that a
as
bit.
well?
What's the Nexus being? Because in the comic books, I know about them like Omega level mutants. Like, what's this Nexus thing you're talking about?
All right, so apparently, according to this, like when a timeline offshoots, like is that from another time stream, it's known as a nexus event. It's a variant of a time stream. Apparently, in WandaVision, they refer to Scarlet Witch as a nexus being. So now we're thinking to ourselves, like, does her actions affect time? Can she permanently affect time with her actions? Does
Yeah, because
she
all right, so
outside of
but we know she can
yeah,
warp reality, right? So does that affect time? Is
exactly.
that what
So
you're
does
saying?
that
Yeah.
affect time? Right,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. So that's what we're gonna find out. Like that's what I hope gets answered, or even we have some sort of a pathway to that answer to what she does, or when it leads, because they did say that WandaVision ties into Multiverse of Madness. And it's hard to not think that this show doesn't either. You know what I mean? Because it's dealing with different realities in different times. So
Yeah.
and we know who holds the time stone, Doctor Strange, right? So all that matters as well. So it's a pretty dope show, man. I love the dialogue. It was dope.
Yeah, for me it was
An
a bit.
illusion.
Yeah, I had no idea what they were doing going into it, just like everybody else. So the time variant thing was a bit jarring to me because I know nothing of them. Um, my first thought was, oh, here we go again. You know, it's like so I had to wrap my mind around that while trying to absorb the show in one sitting. The production level of the show is good. I immediately sucked me in because Falcon and Winter Soldier, it was something off about that. Like this show had the same effect on me like WandaVision did. I was in on since the first episode of WandaVision, so it was the same here. I don't know if it's just Loki, the character that's so enjoyable. Maybe it is because you know the actor, he's just so good. Like
Yeah, man.
I love the way he portrays the character and everything. So every time he's on screen, he's like a scene stealer. So you know,
Yep.
I enjoy him, and you know, just even trying to watch him trying to escape and figure it out was so dope in the show, man. Like he gotta hold of that device or whatnot. He actually sat there because he realized, hey, ain't no point of me doing anything. I can't go anywhere. I'm stuck here. I got my hand on the Tesseract and I still can't leave. Like, you know, it's like
Right.
it's
What's
just the
point?
show is just so I can't wait for the next episode, man, because
You
there's
you
just
know
so
what I
many
like?
things I want answered. Yeah,
Here's what I like. I like the newness of not knowing something. Like
exactly.
we've watched 20 years of watching things that we're supposed to know. Like, so we're sitting there judging what we already know. Like, it better be where I remember it to be on screen, or let me enjoy the adjustments of whatever it is I already read or whatever it is I already knew about. Now it's
Right.
kind of like now you're put into a world where these things have happened in the comics. You've never heard them. Sit back and enjoy the ride now.
Yeah.
Trust us
Yeah.
because you trusted us for like 20 years now. So trust that you're gonna enjoy this journey. You get what I'm saying? Like, so that's what 20 years of good movies will do. Like, all right, I'm gonna ride with you now. Like, let's see what's going on, and then give talent because they still give good product. Like at the end of the day, they really do. Like, look at what DC has to do. I'm sorry to bring up DC, but look at what DC has to do. They have to release a 4-year-old Snyder cut with reshoots and guys in green screen in order to get a movie that they'll never do anything with again. You know what I mean? Like that's whack. You know what I'm saying? That's trash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good
just
effort.
just to
I
get it,
enjoyed the movie, but
and that happened to be their best
overall, what I
product.
mean, like, yeah, exactly. You get what I'm saying? Think about what their best product is, a thing that never came out. Like,
Yeah,
due to unfortunate events. But geez, Louise, bro, like, y'all couldn't do nothing with it. Y'all had no baton. Yeah, like it was whack.
nothing.
Like
Yeah, it's
nothing
kind
because
of
it was
sad
paper
about what's
chasing.
going on the other side of the fence. The state of affairs over there is kind of bad.
Yeah. And I like the idea of the new Batman movie, the Batman with Robert Pattinson, but then I hear him and Matt Reeves, the director, are not getting along. So that makes me think, okay, what happens with this movie now? How's this movie edited? How's this movie portrayed? Like, well, whoever's gonna put their best foot forward, are both guys gonna be professional enough to work through it to put something good on screen, or are you gonna be able to see the rift in the film? You know what I mean? Like things like that. So just weird,
Mm.
man. It's weird.
Yeah,
It's
that's
weird.
never good, man. When you're at odds with your director or filming something, there's always some problem going on over there at DC. I mean, the Flash movie lost its director several times, different
Yep.
directors, stuff like that. So,
Yep.
I don't know what's going on. It's turmoil over there at WB. I believe they're getting sold. Like, I think that
Yeah.
may have something to do with it
Yeah,
too. Like what AT&T
Yep.
is going on. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's not good. It's not good going on over there. So,
no,
Yeah, man. So
um,
we have now we're still in the way where original movies don't make no money. So Marvel still got to carry, you know, what's going on.
yeah, we tend to go off on tangents a bit, but yes, to back to Loki, man. I'm intrigued, like you guys said, man. It's I don't know how many episodes this series is. The scope and the scale of that area where they're in it looks crazy. The possibilities are endless, and Marvel's been setting up this time, multiverse thing for a while now. So I'm curious to see where they go with it, man. Will the mutants come in here shortly, or will we have to wait years for that? Because I think that's what everybody's low key waiting for them to bring in these mutants, or at least some other characters, right? Like at the very
And we
least.
still got Morbius and Blade. Like we still
Yeah,
have those
that's
that
on the
are in the
Sony
works.
side of the thing, right? Because
Yeah, but I mean, it is. But I
yeah,
mean, they borrowed Vulture in the end of the preview. They had Michael Keaton, who played the Vulture in the Spider-Man movie as well. Like it's like, which is a Marvel Sony thing as well. It's like their little pocket universe there. That's Marvel adjacent. Venom is Marvel adjacent at this point. You get what I'm saying? Like even that. Like then
so
we have the
you think they'll bring these characters into the
you got Tobey
MCU too?
Maguire. You got Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield reprising their roles in the new Spider-Man movie coming out. So it's like you're gonna see aspects of Sony's universe in Marvel movies as well. Like these are like little nuggets that they're giving us here. So maybe when we watch something, we're gonna say, all right, now we have a little home base where we can say, all right, Sony gives that universe's Earth 616 or Earth whatever over there, Earth 19. That's their universe over there. Now we know. Now we have comfort in watching these movies, knowing that that's a different universe. Like they might be doing that, wrapping shit up on that air, and you know what I mean. Like we just had Quicksilver in Fox Sports and in WandaVision. You know what I'm saying? Like we had that guy playing
Facts.
somebody else who wasn't even that. It wasn't even Quicksilver, but they just used his face on some
Yeah.
Universal thing. Now that she's a Nexus being, did she pull that face from that way? See, now that guy's a time variant. He's a variant like they spoke about, because his face is not Quicksilver. He was like somebody else's kid or something like that. But in his face was in a X-Men movie as Quicksilver. Like it's crazy when you really think about it that way. Like I don't know. It's
Yeah, I
dope, bro.
mean,
Like, yeah.
I guess if you think about it from that regard, yeah, because if you make that connection, this dude he played Quicksilver in the X-Men movies, and here he is in WandaVision, you know?
Right. He played, and mind
And
you, as Quicksilver's brother, like as her brother Quicksilver, like that was his thing, but
Yeah.
only to be really something else. Like, but look at where she pulled that from. She pulled that from another reality. Like in her logical brain, she pulled a Quicksilver to be in her world, which wasn't her brother.
interesting.
Like, think about
Very
that. Like, she pulled
interesting.
that
Yes,
face from
sir.
there. Yeah, that's crazy when you think about it.
Well, so I know what Venom is done, right? The
Yep.
second one.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's getting ready to come out. I don't know what other movies are Sony putting out as far as
No
that we
clue.
know about.
No clue.
Just Venom so
It's
far
gonna
and
be that
Mobius, right?
and yeah, and then it's gonna end with Spider-Man. They share that with Marvel. So
Yeah.
yeah, that'll be
Mobius,
it.
would they use Mobius? Like, what would be his purpose? Probably not
I
him,
don't know,
right?
but
But other
no,
characters.
but
Yeah.
he's in the universe of Blade. Will they ever try to tie that in? Because he's in
Mm.
Blade's universe. He's a vampire. That's
Right.
that Ghost Rider, Morbius, Blade. Like that's their realm. Like Johnny Blaze, if they decide to do something with that. So that little mystical realm. And Doctor Strange is a part of that realm too.
Yep.
He is a part
Yeah,
of
and
that
they
realm. Yeah.
do we have
Mm-hmm.
do we and I'm hearing rumors about Doctor Doom in the MCU. So
That'd be
do we have a
that'd be
Doctor
dope.
Doom without a Fantastic Four?
No, you don't. You don't. And also they casted Namor as well. They casted
Hold it down. See, I'll be
for
right
name.
back.
Yeah, man. So he's Namor just got casted. I forgot the guy. I think he's a Mexican actor or what have you. But so he's gonna be in the movie somehow, some way. Now, if they're gonna make Namor a mutant, which he is in the comics, is gonna be interesting to see. And is Namor gonna be the bridge to mutants, or he's just gonna be known as the Atlantean? You know,
Yeah.
a lot of little things, man. A lot of little nuggets that Marvel is taking their time to build, and the fact that they're taking their time makes me more confident instead of them trying to rush it out. So
Yeah, which I think DC did
mm-hmm,
because they were so
mm-hmm.
far behind.
Right,
They
right.
didn't realize there was a real market out
Nope,
there,
nope.
and Marvel kind of took their time and built upon it, built upon it, built upon it, and man, I mean, there are very few movies that I've been to in a theater where it was jam packed, and at the end of the movie, everybody was clapping,
And
standing
sat
ovation.
there and waited,
Yeah,
and then sat and waited.
because you have to see.
You got gems, bro. They had gems waiting,
Yeah,
bro. Like they had
yeah, you
gems.
had to see the gems, man.
Like look at how Ryan Coogler did Black Panther, right? Which wasn't the best Marvel movie by any stretch, right?
Yeah,
But there are certain things that were so he touched on the whole African American Africa divide, like that diaspora. Like
yep,
Killmonger was the child of he's African American,
yeah,
meanwhile they're African. And then I loved it, even the little scene where they like did the little like during the duel, like when they're on the waterfall, and he looks at the spear and he can't use it, so he
yeah.
breaks it in half and makes it his own weapon. And I'm like, that's dope because it was like
Killmonger.
we couldn't do nothing. We had to just break and we made our own weapon. You know what I mean? Like African Americans had to make their own weapon. Like the diaspora had to do it. That we don't know this. This is like broken history. We can't
Yeah,
use this. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like even little nuggets like that are dope in movies. You feel me? Like
yeah. Because that spear was derogatory. That's always been
yeah,
derogatory. Yeah,
right, right. And so he didn't know,
yeah.
and he had no history of it. He had no,
Right. Right. Yeah.
he didn't know.
What am I gonna do with this?
Yeah, what am I gonna do with this? Like I can't use that. So I broke it and made my own. Like
Yeah.
my home was broken. Like he came from a broken thing. But even with that, that weapon was dangerous. You get what I'm saying? Like he made it his own. Like I enjoyed that about that. Like it's
You think
hard,
they
bro. It's
bring him
hard.
back into the realm as the
Yeah.
new
Yeah. They
Black
have to.
Panther?
No, not even. Not even. I think he becomes one of the ghosts that Black Panther sees in the dead realm, in that little in the the
Oh yeah.
necropolis
Yeah.
where they
The
lay in the
next
sand
Black
and all of that
Panther?
stuff. Yeah, whoever if it could be Shuri or they try to recast. If they do a recast and he lays down in the grave in that little black sand shit, when he sees the other spirit of the past Black Panthers, I feel like Killmonger be there, like, yo, he's gonna tell him the real what he needs to hear. You know,
Yeah.
he might actually
Man,
give him good advice.
Right.
You know,
man, if
like
we're doing time variants and all that, man, they should pull him out of whatever alternate universe he is in as a Black Panther and bring him to the main timeline, man, to become Black Panther
boy,
again. That would be so dope.
you should have seen what they did in the comics with him recently. I'm talking about like recent. He actually was he actually got his hands on a symbiote and he became a Killmonger symbiote, and it looked like the uniform, like it looked like the suit from the movie, but it was a live symbiote on him, son. So how he's
Wow.
fighting, you could see how like he'll access weapons on him, like the symbiote would, or like it was crazy, bro. Like it was nice. Like they gave him a symbiote suit. Like it was dope. It was dope.
Yeah. They should pull him out of some alternate universe and bring him to the main timeline and make him Black Panther.
You
That
should see
way,
what they did with the mutants, boy. Oh, man, they got the mutants on
mutants
some.
with swords.
Not mutants of Black Lives Matter, bro. Like mutants is going in, like they are going hard on these things. But that's a story for another day, man. But they
Mutants
doing
with
their
the
thing
Black
right
Lives
now.
Matter.
Yeah, like mutants they going hard in the paint. They on some like, yo, we don't rock with humans no more. It's mutants first out here.
It's over.
Like it's just like, yeah, it's over. Like we ain't trying to protect y'all no more. Like we ain't doing that. Like we protect us.
Got their
They
own
got
nation, right?
they got their own nation, villains
Own
and the
island.
heroes is on there. Like
Yeah.
yeah, the good and the bad mutants, they all there. Like everybody chilling now. Like everybody drinking, and I think Jean Grey and Wolverine and Cyclops got a little open relationship going on. I think it's
Oh
like,
Lord.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
bro, they got Jean. Yeah, they got Jean on some polyamorous like
Wow.
nonsense, bro. Like yeah,
That's
yo, I'm
new
telling
new
you.
world order, right?
Yeah, bro. Like
That's
they
deep.
have her. They had like a whole map of their rooms, like because they live on the moon. Like the Summers houses live on the moon, so they have a diagram of their homes, and there's like a door where you see that there's a bridge between. There's no bridge between Jean, Cyclops, and Logan, and she's in the middle.
Okay.
And then you see like one day she's laying with Cyclops in another comic book. You see her kiss Logan. I was like, oh, okay, so she rocking with both. So
Yeah.
you already know there's some wild bedroom stuff going on.
Yeah, get down, Gene. Gene
You know what I'm
Splice.
saying? Yeah, G getting spliced.
Sound like
He
Hollywood.
getting spliced, bro. But nah, they have they can be resurrected now. There's no real fear of death. They have like 5 mutants that create like a mutant in an egg, and then they download your consciousness into the husk. Like it's pretty dope. They go in, bro. They go in. The comics are having a nice little run. I'm trying to think if they're trying to set that up for the MCU. I'm thinking that you might get that version of the X-Men as opposed to what we already know. So it's going to be interesting to see if they try to make that go on too. So don't be surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Alonso. Yeah, that's my dude right there. That was Alonso.
Yeah,
On there.
These Clippers are on a mission. They set out to destroy the Jazz tonight.
Told you, bro.
The score is 30-13.
Yeah, it's gotta happen.
Yeah, man.
Oh, someone's down. Who's this? Number 4.
That's man.
Terrence Mann.
He got bodied though just now though. That screen was heavy. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. They're trying to hurt these guys. They smell blood. Clippers is war ready, man. I don't like them, but Claw's that dude.
No, I don't. There's guys out here that just pick the team with the best rosters, and that's what's going on with the Clippers. I don't understand how, it might sound like an ignorant statement, but how anyone could support that team. It's ridiculous.
Wow. Dude, man. Dude.
For real, bro.
Man, that's wild, man. You wild, boy, for real.
It's true, dude. Like Kawhi, all right. So we know his game is good, but he doesn't talk to the media or anything. Like how has he become a likable guy? So he just lets his game speak for himself, right?
I guess
that's it, man.
Awesome. Tim Duncan did that. Why we like Tim Duncan more than we like Kawhi? There's the same person.
Kawhi's never done anything.
That's a good state. That's a good point, Seth.
He's never done anything.
Right? Tim Duncan don't talk. The man was like a robot, right? That's what I used to call him.
Yeah, They even made a commercial about him just staring at a person who was talking to him. Yeah. So what do we? You know what I mean? Like, but we don't like Kawhi, but yet Tim Duncan was acceptable. Like, I don't understand that. Like, I don't.
And I don't understand why you don't like him. I mean, before AD. Kawhi? LeBron was begging Kawhi to come to LA.
I think he didn't like him because it was like they tried to prop him up like the guy to dethrone LeBron. I think that was offensive.
You know what it is? I've always been this way, man. I'm a fan of players depending on who they match up against. So like a couple years ago when it was Kawhi against Golden State, I was all in on Kawhi. I was a Kawhi fan, but as long as they trying to have him go against the King, man, I can't rock with that.
Against the King. Well, the King wanted him, man.
He's about to hit the Western Conference Finals now. He's about to see if he can.
Yeah, we'll see about that shit.
That was the King's first choice, and you mad at it.
Jazz ain't winning, son. Jazz ain't going nowhere, son. They're not ready yet. I don't know if they'll ever be ready. I don't think
there's always hope, man.
The Jazz should never.
Yeah, I feel you.
They should never be in consideration, man.
I agree. They really should, though. They really should.
Like
you,
but when they're playing against a team you're not rocking with, you gotta hope.
It's
gotta hope, man.
Bro.
I like Spider too, bro, but nah, son, I'm good.
Yeah,
that team ain't got enough character.
The fact that
against this team that going off the pick and shooting 3-pointers ain't gonna work. And
also like storyline wise, like I really don't want to see Donovan Mitchell versus Devin Booker in the finals. Like granted, you might get some great basketball, but it's just not appealing like that. Like the storyline of Kawhi Leonard and them is better.
Early thoughts, man. So if let's just say the Clippers do advance, you think the Suns got anything for them?
Yeah. Hell yeah. I think the Suns bring it. I think it's like 7-game series. I think Chris Paul is a beast. I think he's a demon. I think he looks at it like this is my shot. And I think it's going to be really, really difficult to beat him. It's going to be really, really difficult to beat him. Like you're going to have to pull, like Kawhi's going to have to go Super Saiyan a few times. Because Devin Booker is going to go Super Saiyan when he's looking at it like this is year 8. This is it for me too. Like this is my shot to let the world put the world on notice. I'm going to be household. I've been quiet a long time.
Devin Booker don't sit back and let the game come to him, bro. He starts every game aggressive as hell. Like
Yeah,
he tries
yeah.
to get them out to a lead, man. The way he plays, like he comes out
Mm-hmm.
attacking every first quarter, bro.
Son,
Like,
yo,
yeah,
Chris Paul, I saw a stat. He had 33 assists with 3 turnovers only.
for the
Like
series,
that
right?
for the series, bro. Like
Yeah,
that means you're seeing the game in binary code, son. Like that's
Yeah,
crazy, bro. Like
yeah.
he don't
Cause
have
one
to
game
he
he had
use.
balling.
15 assists.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
son. Like
balling.
he really, yeah, bro. Like he's literally just like a field general out there. He's just looking around like, all right, he don't even need athleticism the way his game is, because he just masters space and timing.
Right.
Like that's
Yeah,
nuts
and
to
that
me,
mid
bro.
range
Like
is wet.
yeah, bro. Like all space timing and vision, and it's he's
Yeah,
dope.
but slice
He's
of
dope.
cheese vertical. He out there
So
dominating the
they would
game.
have them. Yeah, they would have something for the Clippers, bro. They would. Yeah, they bring. What you think,
So how
Prime?
you
You think
guys
they
feel
got some?
about
I like Aiton. I like Aiton in the middle, man. I think he'll get a Clippers problems.
Yeah, I wasn't I didn't know what to think about DeAndre Ayton, man. I still don't. Like he I don't know. You
He's
I can
old
tell
at
you
school
least he's
this:
looking.
healthy.
He's old
Yeah.
he is
school. His
not.
game is
Yeah.
old school,
Yeah, he
bro.
is
Like
not even scratched the surface of what he's capable of.
Right,
yep,
right. Because
yep.
he can use some more muscle, right? His
He can
frame.
Another.
use some more muscle, but look at
Yeah.
his hustle and his instincts. And he
Yeah,
has great feet. Like he has great feet, hustle instincts. He because in terms of his way, his anticipation for rebounding, that's why he's able to get in position. If he gets some more muscle and he gets give him a 12 footer. Like if you give him a 12 footer, oh my gosh, then you got problems.
Yeah, because I
yeah.
underestimated what was about to happen in the series. I thought Joker was going to destroy this guy.
Huh?
Like,
Well, Joker
yeah, I
got
thought
his. Joker
Joker.
got his. He
Yeah, I
still got
thought
off.
Joker was going to destroy Ayton inside. I thought he was. I thought Joker would average 35 points for that series, bro.
He averaged
But
31. Jeez,
Joker did only
and
good,
it
bro.
still
Like
didn't
yeah,
matter,
Joker
He
did
right?
only
only
Yeah,
good.
good.
Yeah, it wasn't gonna
it
matter.
still didn't matter.
Like
Right?
without
It's
Jamal Murray,
crazy.
man, that
Yeah.
I'm surprised they made it through the first round without Jamal Murray. Honestly,
Yeah, and
um,
then we realized what Aaron Gordon was now too. Like now the jury, the verdict is in on Aaron Gordon, who he is as a
Yeah,
player.
they got something in Michael Porter.
what
Yes, they do. Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Michael
Oh,
Porter needs to leave there.
ooh,
Nah, you
ooh.
don't think they could be a 3-man team?
No,
Michael Porter, Jokic, and Jamal?
no, that's not it. That's not him, man. That's
Mm,
not
Okay,
him.
mm.
he's a gunner.
Yeah, he's a
Okay.
gunner, just straight out. I need to be the captain of my own team. That's
Mm.
him. You can't team him with another alpha. And now having two other alphas on the court, like the Joker, he can deal with that because he's willing to pass the ball. Like,
Right.
Michael Porter is passing the ball as a last resort.
Hmm.
Like, oh, I'm trapped. Oh, what am I gonna do with this? I meant to shoot it. And after he meant to shoot it, he's still gonna shoot it. So yeah, he needs to be on. Put him with. Put him in the East.
I was
Somewhere.
thinking New York.
Yeah, put him. Nah. Well, you know what? He would go. He might go well with Julius Randle. You know why?
Yeah, because he would take away the possessions from Julius Randle. Yeah, he would take away the possessions because the ball stops in Julius Randle's hands.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's not as they run the offense straight through him, and you need a guy. You kind of need a renegade to be like,
Yeah.
nah. If Derek wings it to me, I need to do something with this.
Yep.
I personally would like my not my dream. Yeah, fuck it. My dream scenario. Lonzo Ball and Michael Porter Jr. if possible. Like, but obviously the super dream, the fantasy which will never happen would be Damian Lillard to New York, which would be insane.
Yeah.
So
I don't.
that would be insane.
I don't think
I don't know
they're
what
gonna
the
let
books
Dame
look
out.
like in New York.
They're
As
not gonna
far
let
as
that
like,
Dame out. I like Lonzo and Michael Porter Jr. though. I like that
Yeah.
combination. To go with Randall, man, you working with something there.
Yeah. Would Tim Hardaway come back? Maybe, but I don't like him personally either.
I'm not a Hardaway fan.
I'm not a Hardaway fan at all.
Not just because he went to the team up, he played for the team up north, but I just don't, I don't rock with him like that, man.
That's why I was laughing, man.
Yeah,
I'm like, I knew that's what it was, bro.
We don't rock that way, man.
Because He was their second option out there in Dallas. I don't think he's suited for that, man. That was too much pressure because we know Porzingis wasn't doing anything. But you make Tim Hardaway stand in the corner and shoot threes, man. He's good at that.
And that dude is a
Yeah.
poor man's Lou Williams, meaning he's not as good as Lou
Yep.
Williams, and he should only
Yep.
be playing 10 to 15 minutes per game. Off the bench. Seriously, that's all he's
Agreed.
good for.
Agreed. He should be
Yeah,
I don't know
averaging
what
9 to 12 points a game.
Yeah.
I don't know what the books look like in New
Yes.
York, man. Can they afford a max guy like
I don't
Tatum
know,
or
but
Lillard?
now they can,
Tatum's
since
not
they
going
better not
anywhere.
they better not max Julius Randle at this point. He played himself out of a max contract.
Tatum's not going anywhere. Boston,
Yeah,
you don't
Tatum's
think
never
Boston-
going anywhere.
Yeah,
Boston's
he's
keeping him.
sold, man. He's sold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's over.
it's a wrap for him now. But nah, Damian Lillard, like give me Damian Lillard with Julius Randle. Like, oh my goodness gracious! Now you got something. Now you cooking. Because now you could have Barrett on the wing. You got that, and
I don't think the Big Apple could hold Dame, man. Dame Dollar.
I don't think so either.
I
But
think he'll concentrate too. He'll be trying to hang around Jay-Z. And
nah, bro,
albums,
no.
man.
What do you mean? Damian Lillard's one of the most focused basketball players you've ever seen, bro.
He'll be.
That
He'll be
dude,
hanging
time and
around.
again, has proven that he's worked on his game, son. He's one of the
He'll
best
be in the
guards in the
Sean
league.
Carter Towers, man. Because ain't nothing to do in Portland, man. It's the ball.
Carter Towers.
You bring him to New York, you go to the Towers.
Nah,
bro.
bro. This is
He
where
gonna-
he needs to be,
gonna
where
be
he can be for the world. He can
Man,
be
that
for the
dude's
world
gonna
out
be
here,
he's
bro.
gonna be out there with Future. And he gonna
How
be
old
rapping
is Dame?
I
Kendrick
don't know.
Lamar.
How old
Kendrick
is
said
Damian
he the king
Lillard?
of New
Let's look that
York.
up.
He gonna be with Dame Dollar, hanging out, rapping.
It's a possibility. You think New York because it's easy to stay focused in Portland, huh?
Yeah,
Like,
they
ain't
ain't got
nothing
nothing to
out
do,
there.
bro. Ain't nothing to do.
Yeah, Dame is 30. He's still in his prime.
Yeah, bro. Come
Turns
on,
31 in July.
You want to turn that man loose in New York?
bro. You never heard nothing about Dame, so you're not gonna hear nothing. He's a
Hey
professional.
man, that
He's a
city has
professional.
done worse to less.
It's a professional. He's a professional, bro. He's a professional.
I'm telling you, New York turns
All right.
people out. There's a reason they say if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Right. Plenty of guys have come through and they played all right.
Hey,
Like
man.
Melo did his thing here. Ewing did his thing here. Like, what
Yeah,
do we
Did
yeah,
say?
Melo
y'all-
do his thing? Melo,
Man,
it sounded like Melo was distracted.
Y'all ran
Melo's-
Melo to Portland.
Melo's
Y'all ran
Melo's
him to
run.
Portland, man. Y'all,
Yeah,
That man-
the fans did, the media did, but
that man, he lost
Melo
his
did-
wife
Melo-
in New York.
Melo
He
did his
lost
thing.
everything he had in New York, man.
Nah, he did his
Be
thing,
objective
bro.
for a second. In hindsight, if you look back at it, do you think Melo was distracted here in New York? In hindsight,
No, I think Melo himself was lazy. I
lazy,
think
right?
Melo was a
Never.
lazy person.
wasn't
bro.
putting in the
I think
work, right?
I think Melo was a lazy ass player. So like I think
Really?
this version of Melo, yeah, I think this version of Melo is mature Melo, like that takes care of his body. Like
Right.
if this Melo was as lean as
He was
needed
chunky
to
in
be
New
and
York.
is in shape, yeah, like the dude was making it off raw talent and ego. Like he
Right.
knew that
he was stressed, man.
bro, it was not stress.
Stressed.
Not stress.
Man, dude was
Melo's-
stressed.
Melo
out,
was
man.
putting him through hell.
Lala stressed that dude out. Every time they rolled on the set of Power, man, that dude was stressed. Tommy, man, blowing the back out, man. He couldn't take it, bro. He couldn't take it.
Oh man,
He was
Prime, you
fine,
crazy.
man. He was
I'm
fine.
telling you.
He was fine. I'm telling you, it's just
I
it's
think it
just
was
how that
more.
works.
I think it was more the former Primal. I think Cedric
I
had
think
it right.
he's lazy,
man. He
son.
Was,
Like I think he
he
was a
was-
lazy player, bro.
he was a
He was
chunky
making-
guy. He was
Always, all
He
the
had
time,
he had
bro. Like,
the
he didn't
man
take care of
boobs
his
was going
body.
on. He had the
Son, my
man boobs
man,
going on.
LeBron James spends $1 million on his body a year, son. And here's the proof. Look at him now in Portland. He's as fit as he's ever been in his entire career, and he's as old
Skinny
now.
Mellow.
Like, yeah, skinny Melo, bro. He looks really good, and this is the way he should have treated his body from before. Like he could play more minutes. He doesn't fade down the stretch. You get what I'm saying? Like imagine
You
that
don't,
kind
think,
of.
you don't think New York did that to Melo, man? You think he did it to
That's,
himself?
that's the question I was really asking. Like,
Yeah.
is it part
Yeah,
of the
I think it was-
lifestyle? I think it was both. Two things can
I
be
think
true.
it was him, son.
Hey,
It was
man.
him and the city of New York life.
I can attest. Y'all got some good steakhouses around there, bro.
Yeah,
Good. Yeah, good. They feed you well in New York, bro.
that's true. That's true.
Every
Yeah.
I
corner.
guess.
Every
I
every
guess living like
every
a. I
corner.
guess being a king. I guess being a king in New York, because he was a king in New York. Like you get treated a certain way. Like
Yeah,
you eat well and then
Mello,
you go
man.
perform.
He ain't even
As long as
paying
you
for the
drop $30,
$300
as
steak,
long as you
man.
drop 30, you know what I'm saying? Like as long as you drop 30, you good. You know, like all right, I
That's
got
the
you.
only
Drop
thing I
30.
worry about, because the more podcasts that pop up with former athletes and stuff like that, we hear a lot of behind the scenes stuff, man. And the city you live in and playing matters. Like New York, especially with well, we're still in the pandemic, but everything is opening up more and more. New York is a distraction, man.
Yes.
Mhm.
What kind of it takes a special kind of athlete to go up there and not get distracted, bro. So
Yeah,
Like the
that's
fact
important.
the
Yeah.
fact
but
that
I
back in
don't
the
think I
day
don't think
Magic could flourish in LA, man. And you see what it did to him. The dude got HIV, man.
I'm
Like,
yeah, exactly. He lucky he ain't passing on the
yeah,
genie.
yeah. That's
yeah.
like, it's hard in the big cities with the lights, man. It is hard. It's hard for Trey Young to be in Atlanta. It's
Yeah.
hard. That's
Now we
hard.
know why James Harden couldn't hit a shot against Miami in that series. Why he faded so much down the stretch. Every time he went to Miami, the man was out till 3 a.m. partying.
Yeah, that's a nice
Yep.
story. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a nice story though.
So
You understand?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
you get it,
like,
right?
so,
You understand?
yeah, I get it.
You've been
I
to Miami.
and
understand.
you,
I
you
get it.
heard Shaq on you heard Shaq on all the smoke.
Yeah.
Why he looked so bad against Houston.
Yeah,
Him and Dennis
him
Scott
and your
was doing
boy.
stuff they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
You know what I'm
Dennis couldn't
Mm-hmm.
saying?
hit the broad side of a barn the next
Yeah.
day.
It's true. It's true.
So a lot of weed, a lot of alcohol, a lot of
mad free
partying,
throws
bro.
missed, everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what you expect for a young man to do?
No, I mean this is part
But
of life, right?
Yeah,
I think Dame has proven himself different, bro. I feel like Dame has carried himself very, very maturely throughout his entire career. Very little missteps and anything that he had to backpedal on. You heard him in the news
bruh.
with anything negative, bro. Like nothing.
Dame
He's a
better
mature
stay in
man.
Portland
And
or he
now
better
he's
go to
hitting
Utah.
30, bro.
He better go to Utah.
Ew. Spider and Dame? Ew, no. Nah, no. That's
he
going
better
nowhere
he
either.
better stay out in the middle of nowhere.
Nah, chill. Nope.
Remember the dude went to Weber State, man. Middle of
Nah,
nowhere. He
son. He
can't
better go to
handle New York.
Miami. Let him go to Miami then. Can he go to Miami? No, he can't go to Miami either, can
Nah,
he?
he can't do that. Nope.
All right,
I
so he
don't.
gonna stay
Do
in
you know
Portland.
do you know the human being that wants to play with Jimmy Butler on purpose?
Nope.
Because I don't. I don't know
Yeah,
anyone that
Jimmy.
woke up like, oh yeah, I want to play with Jimmy Butler. That'll be
I
cool.
am out
Nope.
on Jimmy Butler, bro. Like that
No, he's a
that
horrible human being. Like Jimmy Butler's horrible.
yeah.
He's a bad human.
Yeah, that's
Like
over.
for real.
And on the court, he can't. I mean, everybody can score. They're professional basketball players, but he's inconsistent in scoring.
Yes.
That's why he
Yes.
plays
You don't know
that
where you're gonna
defensive
get from.
facilitator. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't really fuck with him no more. Like
The way
Yeah,
that
as
I don't
far
man
as
rock that.
came at Anthony Towns after the fact.
But he was right though. But he was right.
You can be right, but timing means everything. You can be right.
He was right though.
You could have been right when you were there. Like
He was right when he was there. That's why he
I
left.
think he was
He
right.
knew that it
Yeah,
was
I don't think
soft.
Cat. I don't think he broke Cat. Cat was broken. He was right. That's why he had to get out of there. Cat.
That was wild.
Cat soft,
He was
man.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, I
It
don't rock
wasn't
with
done the
I don't
right
rock
way,
with
but
cats.
it doesn't make
Yeah,
it
I don't
right.
rock with cats that do it like that, man. You could have done something that's a young man. You've been in the league. That's a young man. You could have
That's
helped him out. You
maybe
could
he's
have
looking
brought
at it
him
from a
along.
competitive. Maybe he looked at it from a competitive standpoint. Maybe he looked at. Maybe he was disappointed. Maybe he had expectations, and because it didn't meet his expectations, he handled it poorly.
Yeah,
You
and
know what I mean? And then when you're looking
anti-competitive
at a
can
guy,
rub competitive motherfuckers the wrong way too, man. You know what
especially
I'm
when you
saying?
look at,
Yeah.
and then when you look at the distractions that the organization is giving you, like they're still treating you like a king. Meanwhile, you're underachieving, and he's looking at it from the outsider, from that looking at it like he's the king. Is this your king? So maybe
Yeah.
he's a hating ass dude. So maybe a hating ass
I
dude.
mean, you got to be a bad human being.
Possibly.
It's sad that you gotta roll.
Well, there ain't no excuses for being a bad human being,
I mean,
but
you gotta be a bad human, man.
yeah, you gotta
I can't rock with him.
be a good teammate. That's paramount. But
Don't be a bad human. That's all
I
I'm
think,
saying.
like I said, man, when you're playing at that level, and you got a dude that's a teammate that's anti-competitive or winning ain't important to him, that does rub some people the wrong way. But
Why
yeah,
do you like Kobe? Kobe is the same way. Kobe did that to people. Did he do it to Kwame Brown? Or not? No,
Jordan,
Smush Parker. Smush Parker.
Jordan was snuffing people.
Jordan. Yeah, Jordan
Yeah.
snuffed the man for no reason.
He deserved to be snuffed.
He's a hatcher.
Look at this.
Come up.
Jimmy Butler's a horrible person, but Jordan deserved to.
Hold on, man.
Come on. I'm
Jordan,
out.
Jordan snuffed that man because he was out there playing hard. Don't be giving me out all the hard and you ain't playing
Steve
hard
Kerr?
in the game. Yeah.
Wait a
Steve
minute.
Kerr?
Hold on.
Got that
Here
trying
I am
hard.
thinking Primal is objective, bro. This is the least objective take I've ever heard. Why did we wait till an hour and a half to get this?
That man deserved to get snuffed.
Wait, we talking about Steve Kerr?
Yeah.
This man is over here making a case for Steve Kerr to get snuffed in the face. Like, what are we talking about?
He earned that 2-piece, man. That was a
This is disrespectful, bro.
Man.
What are we talking about here?
Man, Utah got no business being down by 23 points right now.
Jordan snuffed that man because he was out there trying hard and he don't try hard during the game. Catch this too.
And what he did to that other dude was the other dude named Scott Burrell? He was Herbin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Turned that dude into a straight herb.
Mm-hmm.
What? You shot 2 for 7? You motherfucker! Yo, I don't know, man.
It helps.
You're looking at your stats,
if
bro.
you have Jordan and Kobe talent. Jimmy Butler doesn't have that. He's a try hard.
Jimmy Butler really got no business beating people up and talking shit though with his game. Like he was the best player on that Milwaukee team, but no, not Milwaukee, Minnesota. But I don't like what's going on down near Miami, man. Pat got to do something.
How many teams Jimmy Butler been on?
He better go get James. He could just trade Jimmy Butler over there.
Where?
Jimmy Butler in a package. Put Jimmy Butler in a package
Nets?
to get Dame Lillard. No, to the to Portland to get Dame over.
Blazers.
Yeah, like I'll give you Jimmy to give me Dame. Give me Dame and Dragic.
Yeah, get Jimmy off my roster. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, you need to. If you're gonna bring in a star, you can't have Jimmy over there no more.
Some Bam Adebayo with Dame Lillard. Come on now.
Yeah,
that's pretty fire. That's pretty dope. Yeah.
I've been telling these guys for 3 years now that CJ McCollum, Dame Lillard stuff wasn't gonna work, man. They too small.
They are too small, and CJ's always hurt.
CJ's inconsistent.
Street clothes.
He doesn't hold up his end of the bargain.
Both those guys live off of taking difficult shots, man. Their shot selection is ridiculous if you watch them play. Yep. You should not be taking that many difficult jumpers, man.
That backcourt's not gonna work, just like the Beal and Westbrook backcourt's not gonna work. Like it's the same. It's the same thing.
And that's the difference.
It's the same thing. You're gonna get big games and big numbers with no victories, bro. That's that kind of offense. It's the same way.
Yeah, that's why I get a lot of respect, man. I'm not an Isaiah Thomas fan, but Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars, man, are probably one of the best backcourts ever.
Those are my dudes. Those are my guys.
Yeah, because Joe Dumars
was one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
Joe Dumars was what, about 6'2", 6'1"?
Yeah. 6'2", 6'1".
Them
great,
two,
like big body guard though. Like he was stout.
He was a defensive
very good
monster.
instincts. And Isaiah was very, very sneaky. Very good court vision.
Yeah.
He might have the best court vision in the game, like to ever play the game.
Isaiah was special. Yeah. That was
a man played what? Scored 25 points on a broken foot?
Yep.
You love to hate him at the time because I hated them. They were going against my man Jordan, so I hated their guts. But it was a nightmare playing against them, bro.
Son, 25 points on a broken ankle, son. Like on a like that's crazy. That means the man's foot was a balloon. and he was over here
Yeah.
balling. Like
Like
how
we
do you
said
play
earlier,
like that?
said there's people walking the earth that never seen those guys play. Like Dominic Wilkins, man, going against Jordan. Oh man,
Oh my goodness! Like Clyde
yeah,
He,
Drexler
those
going
dudes.
against Jordan.
Yeah,
Like look
yeah,
at those matchups, bro.
Jordan shut that noise up real fast, though.
He did.
He didn't
He
want
did.
nothing to, man. Don't y'all ever compare him to me. Ever.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a different
And I took
class.
that personal.
Yeah.
And I
Clyde
took
couldn't do
What
that
did
nothing
we?
about it.
personal.
What are we in now? Mid-June, so we're coming up on football, man. How y'all feel about? It's the last little topic here before we sign off.
Football in
How y'all
shorts
feel
mean
about
nothing.
what?
Football in shorts means nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
that's why we probably haven't spoke about it. I think the most is
Yeah,
my squad managing to keep talent on the roster. They kept Jamison Carter, restructured his deal. I said here last week that I felt like he was going to get cut. I'm glad that I was wrong. I'm glad that I was
So
hella
he
wrong.
wanted to stay because he could have
He
found
did
work.
want to stay.
Yeah, he
You're
could have
right.
found work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
you
Especially
think
when
he
the
could have
thing got.
found work? Seriously?
Oh yeah,
Ye-
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think
They
the
was
Titans couldn't have used them? You think the Titans or the Jaguars couldn't use them? You don't
that
think?
man in the slot.
You don't think the Texans couldn't use them?
He's an
Like Texans
artist,
need
man.
the Texans need receivers. You don't think like they wouldn't be able to use him, get something out of him? The Rams could get something out of him. Man, little like teams can
Yeah,
do something with
Crowder
a
is
nice slot receiver.
he's a good slot receiver, man. Runs
The
great
Patriots
routes
are
and great
always
hands.
looking for a slot receiver. Like the Patriots could have used them. Like man, little teams could have. So yeah, they got so shout out, but like you said, he wanted to stay. And shout out to
Yeah,
the GM and him and the agents for working that
he
out.
could have
I'm
went to the
really happy about that.
Vikings, and they
No,
I'm
would
that
have.
really
was
happy
that was a
about
good
that.
job by him, man. Take the bird in the hand.
Yeah, man. Like
Yeah,
he did it. He did it. And now we have like a core. Like there's a core of receivers there. You got two good like potentially Elijah Moore. I don't know. Obviously, it's
what's
high
up? What's
expectations,
up
but
with Mims, man? What's up with Mims?
down the depth chart, I don't.
Oh,
He has to prove it. He has to prove it. He has to prove it.
he's
Another Paris Campbell.
mm,
And listen, I'm not counting him out yet. He just has to prove it. He just has to prove it.
That's what you're
You got
supposed to
Corey
do. You
Davis in the
can't hand
league.
these guys positions based on draft capital or
Exactly.
whatever draft.
Nope.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Make them earn. Like Paris Campbell is the fourth guy on our roster right now, and he's got to earn playing time. And I think that's exactly how you should treat Denzel
Yep.
Mims.
Simple.
You draft this
Simple as
Elijah
that.
Moore and put him on notice. You know.
Yep. Simple
You
as
go-
that, bro.
yeah.
And that's it. And you play the outside. You don't like Elijah Moore plays inside and out. You play the outside. You go there. If you're worth your salt, bro, you're gonna succeed. Simple as that. Simple as
well,
that.
they had to know he was going to struggle, man. Simply coming from that system at Baylor it's a difficult transition to the NFL.
No, here's what slowed him down was that he got hurt. I think he had
Yeah.
got hurt in preseason, and he never was able to recover after that. And then I think that slowed his progress down, and also bad coaching. He was under the Adam Gase
Adam Gates.
regime.
Yeah.
So now you're taking a guy and you're really gonna have to rebuild him. So that's why he's probably sliding down the depth chart now, is because he's in rebuild
That is
mode.
the main. That's the main thing right there. The Adam Gase thing, number one, and number two, he was drafted. He was drafted out of need. I'm not necessarily sure that he was the best
at
available
that
player
at the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying? He
we're
was
getting
like a need
so
pick.
maybe there was too high of an expectations. Probably he could have been a fourth rounder. And then you would have said,
Right.
okay, we're working with a fourth round receiver. The expectations aren't there anymore. And now he has time to develop
That's
without
the
the
curse. That's the curse of the combine and all these workouts, man.
Yeah,
That's
because
it.
he was definitely being marketed by the media and like the Mel Kipers in them as like a first round talent.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
Yeah, because he ran a 4.3.
yeah.
Yep. And then slid to the second round and still was like, oh yeah, you got good value for him.
Right.
And
Right.
now he gets hurt, and then here we are now. So we'll see how it turns out. But Corey Davis, Jamison Crowder, Elijah Moore.
Did he get nicked? Corey Davis?
Yes, his elbow. No, his shoulder, but he's fine.
Shoulder.
Keelan Cole. And that's
from
and
Jacksonville.
So we got a nice little thing there. And I just want
Keelan
Chris
Cole is
Herndon
a nice
to
vet,
get it.
man.
I always
to
thought
pick up.
Keelan Cole would be more.
Me
Yeah.
too. Me too. Because every time you see his highlights, you're like, yo, he makes a
Yeah.
spectacular catch and then
Yeah,
there's
when he
nothing else after
snatches the
that.
ball off the sideline with one hand as he's running
Yeah.
and stays in
Yeah, bro.
stride. It's
Like
like,
he's
how's this
good.
dude
It's
not
just
number
yeah,
one?
it's no consistency, man. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
And also he's
he's
not like he has
6'3", 215,
and
runs
it's not as
4.3,
though like he's had
4.4.
the best quarterbacks thrown to him either. So like
Oh, he's
let's
had some
not
bumps. Yeah, bumps.
yeah, so like not for
Yeah,
nothing.
he
Not
had
for
some
nothing. That
bumps.
matters too. That
Yeah,
matters as well.
yeah,
So
he had
that
bumps.
matters as well.
Yeah,
So
Prime.
yeah.
My last statement, man. Just what me, you, and Mike were talking about in group text. With the T.Y. Hilton thing, I'm actually happy they re-signed him for 1 year, because when you look at the other guys in our roster, we were definitely in the market for a veteran, and unless it was like a Corey Davis or something like that, he was the best guy to bring him back for 1 year, man. What he brings as a veteran route runner, and still a field stretcher. I think that's pivotal, because Michael Pittman, they want him to be that dog. They drafted him to be that dog, but he's still young. Um, Zach Pascal, what he has a defined role. He's a blocking receiver over there, and Paris Campbell, you can't rely on him. And then the other guys, Desmond Patman, they never played. So bringing Ty back, I think that was big, man. He can still run. He definitely. It was interesting watching him play last year, because they had him running shorter routes, but that dude legitimately comes alive 10 yards and better deep down the field. It's amazing to see how these guys' skill set works. Like, he's not meant to be like an underneath guy, man. The way he runs and everything, his quickness, his the way he stems it, he's definitely needs a strong arm quarterback that can throw the ball down the field, because when he's ready to make his cuts on those 15 to 18-yard digs and those comebacks, man, he leaves guys in the dust, man. So
Yeah. So you gotta
Michael
be able to catch
Pittman,
in stride, not somebody's throwing behind
yeah,
him. Yeah.
Michael Pittman, he's definitely going to be our yards after the catch guy. And whatever we get from Paris Campbell is definitely going to be a bonus. But yeah, I like bringing Ty back for 1 more year to at least school these young guys, and we'll see what happens after that. But definitely the future is Michael Pittman. He's definitely the only guy on the roster right now that I think they're definitely making a conscious effort to try to become their ex receiver. Paris
Cool.
Campbell, they probably won't even re-sign him. When once his contract is up. So yeah, I like the group of receivers we have, and I can't
I
wait for
think
training
I
camp to
think the
start.
light bulb goes off for Paris this year.
Yeah, I hope so.
Because
Because he'll
it
definitely be
has
a
to.
he'll definitely be able to help as a field stretcher. That would be two field stretchers, him and Ty. That's definitely putting a lot of pressure on defenses for
I don't
sure.
know if you necessarily want to throw the ball to Paris deep. I think you want to get the ball to Paris in that smoke screen, 5 yards line of scrimmage, and let him go to work.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you still
Like
got
a
to do it
10-yard
though.
slant.
You
Like a
you still got
10-yard
to do it.
slant
Yeah,
type
You,
of
and
you
let
still
him
got to
go.
do it. You still got to do it just to make defenders think about him out
Yeah,
there though. When you line him up
that.
outside,
But
yeah,
I always view that as like John Ross type of thing, man. You just running him out there.
yeah,
You don't expect that dude to catch the ball.
yeah.
And that's like a waste of talent to me. Eventually, you got to put the guys in the best position for them to win, and that's what Paris Campbell does. Like, get him the ball within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. He'll make somebody miss, and then let's
Just
run.
let him take off, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me see if you
Percy
faster than
Harvin.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see if you faster than
Mhm.
me. He's
hmm
always willing to run, man, and that's his best attribute. Like,
You run him on
I can
drags
outrun
and
everybody.
Charlotte crosses too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Give him the ball. Let him
Just
let him let him get the
get
angle on
him,
guys and take off. Yeah.
get the ball in his hands, and let him go to work, man.
Yeah.
Don't don't ask him to do too much. Don't ask that dude to run all the route tree, and that's wasting his talent. And he's not going to do that. He's never going to be a crisp route runner. He's not even built
Right.
like that. He
Right.
came in. He was a running back. They
Yeah.
converted him. Just like Samuel,
Yep.
Curtis Samuel. They converted
Yeah.
those guys. And
See, they drafted him to pair him with Andrew Luck, and So his first 2 years was wasted with Jacoby Brissett and obviously last year with Phillip Rivers, they made a concerted effort to get him going, but he just had bad luck in that second play of the second game. They gave him the ball, got hurt, got planted his feet, guy dove into him with his full body weight. But now, they have a guy in Wentz who has a similar skill set like Luck, so they'll be able to do all the things they had in mind with Andrew Luck with him now. So, but like you said, though, I really believe that he in the short area of the field, let him take off, get the angle, and run down that sideline. I think that's the way you should at least get him started early, right?
Just get him going.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, but yeah, man. Good chopping it up with y'all again, man. For another 90 minutes, 80 minutes,
yeah, bro,
whatever or 100 minutes, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm in a foul mood right now watching these Clippers win this game, so
Dude,
I'm about to
just turn it off, man.
Yeah, I'm about to just go straight to bed, bro.
Yeah, just turn it off. I'm not even
gonna watch the rest of this game. So
yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah, man. We see what happens in the world before next week, man. Whatever we're gonna talk about next Monday night.
Hey, don't let it be lost, man. I seen that content up there. That was a game we played, man. You're gonna put that on the screen and just set up to the world. You mad disrespectful, dude. For real. Just gonna put that out there, huh? And let the whole thing play.
That was the game.
Yeah.
That was the 2K. The 2K.
That was the game. Yeah, we played a few days ago.
Damn.
The next
and he left it there. He didn't even mention it. He just let it rock.
No, he just let it rock. Yeah, he just let it rock.
That's some easy trolling right there.
Yeah.
That's really crazy.
Yeah.
It wasn't even meant to troll, man. It wasn't even meant to troll.
Okay. I'm gonna just throw that game up there and not mention it.
Luckily, I'm talking to somebody that knows you well. Yeah, he knows you well.
That's a low key dig, bro. That's a low key dig. How could it not be? And the topic was KD. Like, come on now. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. He came in with an MO.
Yeah.
Look, the next set of footage is going to involve the Reaper. We're gonna take him to the woodshed.
Hey, we got to make some more footage this week, then, bro.
Yeah, it may as well be tomorrow or Wednesday, man.
Tomorrow I'm good.
Yeah. We'll rock out, man. And I'm gonna capture some Need for Speed footage. But yeah, man, said nice having you, Primal. Same to you, bro. Appreciate y'all coming on and spending a few minutes talking some shit.
Yeah, it's been good, y'all.
Yeah, later, y'all be safe, all right?
All right,
yeah. Peace.
Later.